Hello friends, this is MT Suryavanshi, Professor in Civil Engineering. Today we will discuss about one more content from project management. We have already seen the resource smoothing technique. It's one of the manpower planning method. Today we will discuss on the second method of manpower planning, and method is resource leveling. Before that, we will see the basic difference between resource smoothing and resource leveling. Resource smoothing in that project duration is the main constraint. Project duration is the main constraint. It means the project duration is remain unchanged. And second point about the resources or manpower available are sufficient in quantity or more in number, So this is about the resource smoothing. Project duration is the main constraint. It is not change as the resources are available in plenty. But if the resources are more in number, there may be the chances of wastage on the resources. So as to avoid and to have the effective utilization, the resource smoothing technique is used, that we have seen in a earlier or previous video. Now the resource leveling is the technique in that project duration may get extended. Means project duration is not constant. Project duration may get changed. Why the project duration will get extended? The reason is there is a limited resources available. Dear friends, practically, if the resources or manpower available that is a less in number, or there is a non-availability of manpower or resources, then what the resources available with that organization, that resources with that limited resources, the everything that organization has to do, everything that activities is to be performed by using the available limited resources. And that's why the activities that already planned, that activities need to reschedule, and as the resources are limited. So if we do the rescheduling of the activities, right, means there may be because of the limited resources, there may be the chances of delaying of the work or activities, and the project duration may get extended. So here we have to think about the limited resources, and as per that we have to reschedule that particular activities. And this particular technique of that particular rescheduling of the manpower, by knowing that limitations on the resources or manpower, is the resource leveling technique. So in the resource leveling technique, project duration may get extended, and manpower that available, that manpowers are limited. Resources are limited. Manpower or resources that are limited. Now with the help of this one of the example, we will see the resource leveling technique. How to reschedule that particular manpower by that particular keeping the constraint or limitation on the resources. So here is one example that about the resource leveling activity duration and main, that is given. Activity 1 to 2 duration in month 5, main required 12. Activity 1 to 3 duration 6, the main required 4. Activity 1 to 3 duration 6, main required 4. Activity 2 to 3 duration 8, main required 6. Activity 2 to 4 duration 7, main required 3. Activity 3 to 4 duration 4 and main required 8. So this is the given data, and one more that condition is the maximum limit on the main, requirement is 12. Means the 12 laborers or men that are available, and we have to reschedule that particular manpower so that we can have this particular leveling. So what is the first step to solve this particular problem? That first step is that from the given data we have to draw the network diagram. So here the network diagram is drawn. Activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 4 and 3 to 4. A simple network diagram. Below the each activity the given duration in month, at 1 to 5, 1 to 3, that 6, that everything that the duration given you have to put below the each activity. Now carry the forward pass and backward pass that you have studied in the critical path method, and you come to know that the total project duration is a 17 month, and by this particular method of that particular identify the total float, and by that mark the critical path. So total float is equal to 0, that particular activity is critical, and the activity on that path, that is critical activity or critical path, right? So critical activities that we have to mark. So here 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, these are the 3 critical activities, right? And non-critical activities 2 to 4, 1 to 3, means they have the extra time available with them. So now we will see that we have to first draw time scale version diagram, and then we have to see the resource leveling technique. So time scale version diagram of this particular, first we have to draw from the network diagram, we have to draw the time scale version diagram. So we have to first mark the critical path. So 1 to 2, 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 required 5 months. So 1 to 2 required 5 months. So I will mark here 1 to 2 required 5 months. So it's a 5 by choosing the suitable scale. So 1 to 2, that we have the 5. Choose the scale on the x-axis. 1 to 2 5. Then 2 to 3 8. So 5 plus 8 13. So we have that 13. That is 2 to 3, that is 13. Then 3 to 4, 13 plus 4, that is 17. So total duration, that is 17. So we have marked it. Is critical path first mark. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 17 duration, that is on x-axis by choosing the suitable scale. Right? Now rest of the activities, non-critical activities you have to mark. Non-critical activities 2 to 4 and 1 to 3. So first serially 1 to 3. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 requires 6 months. So 6 months 1 to 3. That is 6 months. 6 is here. 6 months 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 requires 6 months. So what the remain that I have to show, or we have to show by the dotted line to have the connection with the 3. So that is the extra time, that is float available with that 1 to 3. Next, that is 2 to 4. That 2 to 4 requires 7 months. So that 2 to 4, 5 is the start time plus 7 means 12. So it will end here, that is on 12. 2 to 4. So it requires 7 months. Start on 5th, end on 12th. Connected to the 4. So this is what we have drawn the time scale version or time grid diagram from the given that particular network diagram we have drawn it. Now with the help of this time scale version diagram we can find out the manpower requirement, right? So total project duration 17, and now we have to put the main or manpower for each activity. So for 1 to 2 main required is given 12. For 1 to 3 that is 1 to 3 that is 4. 1 to 3 that is 4. 2 to 3 6. 2 to 3 6. 2 to 3 6. 2 to 4 3. 2 to 4 3, and 3 to 4 8. 3 to 4 8. So manpower given that we have put on the that time scale or grid diagram, time scale original time grid diagram. For each activity what the manpower given that we have put. Now the first we have to find out in the first that here before smoothing, before leveling, we are discussing about leveling. Before leveling, what is the manpower required per month? You have to first find out by using the time scale version diagram. So for the first month, go in this direction upward where it cuts, that we have to take. So 4 plus 12 16. Then up to 5 month, if you see up to 5 month we have the 12 plus 4 16. So 16 that main we require up to 5 month. Then for the next 6th month, on the 6th month we require 4 plus 6 plus 3, that is 13. On 6th month we require 13. Then on the 7th, that is 6 plus 3 9. So up to 12 we have 6 plus 3 9. So 9 is the manpower required up to 12 month. Then if you see on the 13th, only that 6th, that is the manpower requirement, and the rest of the from the 13 to 17 for these 4 days we require the 8. So before leveling, this is the manpower requirement. Now if you see the 16, that first for first 5 months, 13 for on the 6th month. So this limit is more than 12. We have to reduce this particular limit. Is up to 6 months we have reduced that below 12 or less than that. So that we have to do. So this is the before leveling. Now we go for the leveling process. Now as we know that we have to use the non-critical activities, means the float of that non-critical activities, means we have to shift the start time or end time of that particular non-critical activities. Now you see we have the first 1 to the first non-critical activity. So we'll see that first 1 to 4, right? So here we can say this is the iteration, first iteration first iteration 1 or trial 1. In that, the first, that 1, 2, 3, that activity is non-critical, and we know that it has a float, so we can use that float intelligently, so that this particular demand that of this particular 6 month, that is 16, will be get changed, because here we see 12 plus 4, 16 demand. If this 4 main shifted, then the demand also gets shifted. So the 4 main and the required duration for 1, 2, 3 is 6 months. So let us shift that activity 1 to 3 start time we have to shift. So 6 months it requires. So you will start that activity on 7th month. On 7th month. You can start it on 7th month. So 7th plus 6, 13 month that it will require, right? So 6 month duration required to complete 1, 2, 3. So 6 months are available now. So you can start it on 6th. So 1, 2, 3 will start on 6th month, we can say, right? So 6 plus that 7 plus that 6, that is 13. So it will start on 7th month, and because of that, this particular demand, in particular this 7 month, will be get changed, and it will be now the demand is main required for the 1 to 3, that is shifted at here. So it will be shifted in between 7 to 13 for this 6 month, right? Now by this is the first iteration, only one activity 1 to 3 start time that we have shifted, and it will start on 7th month. It will take 6 months and it will complete on 13. So now find out this particular manpower by this particular first change or iteration. So let us see, on the first month 12 up to here 5th we have the 12. So from 16 we reduced to 12 up to 5 months. If you see 6, on the 6th month, that 6th month, that is 6 plus 3, that is 9, it is also reduced. And if you see on the 7th month, that 7th month also 6 plus 3, 9. Now after that particular 8th month, that is 6 plus 3 plus 4, that is 13. So 13 we have up to that 12. We have up to that 12. 13 up to 12. 6 plus 4 plus 3 up to 12 month. That is 13 demand required. Then on the 13th we required only 6 plus 4, that is 10. That is 4 and 6. And after that, for that particular 14th, 15th, 16th and 17th we required the only 8. That is only the 8 here. Now see the change by the first iteration, only by changing the start time of 1, 2, 3. This activity 1, 2, 3 will start on 7th day, and the demand shifted to the particular 7 to 13th month, right? And this particular change, that we reduce the 16th manpower to 12. Here we have the 13. Here we have to 13, right? Now coming to this particular remaining activity, if you see the activity 2 to 4 is also a non-critical activity. For the 2 to 4 required duration is 7 months and manpower requirement is 3. Now if I want to shift that particular activities, the only the 4 months are available with that activity, right? And we want that particular 7 months. So if I shift it at the end, the demand will not get changed. Demand will be the same, that maybe that particular 13 maximum. So by shifting it second 2 to 4, the demand will not change. The demand will be the maximum 13 you will get, right? So here the next option remains, like the non-critical activity we have done that, but intelligently we have used the float. Now the rest of the thing is we have to see on the critical activities. So if we see the 3 to 4 is the critical activity, here for 3 to 4 required 4 months. 3 to 4 required 4 months. And this particular 2 to 4 is also ending. This 2 to 4 is also required the 7 months. So 3 to 4 required 4 months, 2 to 4 required 7 months, means we want to shift this 3 to 4 activity by 3 months. Then this 2 to 4 also get completed in a 7 month. See the change. So we have to shift the critical activity, last critical activity, so that now here there is a change in the project duration, because by the second iteration or first iteration we are not able to reduce below 13. We want the 12 is the maximum demand, and that's why we need to shift the critical activity 3 to 4 by how many days? By how many months? 3 months, because the 2 to 4 is also ending, required 7 months. 3 to 4 is having 4 months. So if you shift by 3, so we have that particular achievement. So let us shift it by 3 months. Let us shift by 3 months. After that it will require that particular 4 months. So it will start on now 16th month. So 3 to 4 will start on 16th month. We have shifted it by 3 months, and it will end on, it required 3 to 4 required 4 months. So 16 plus 4 is 20. 18, 19 and 20. So it will end on the 20. So here we have this particular 3 to 4, right? So it will end on 20 month. Now coming to this particular, this is in the second iteration, that what we are in the second iteration what we have done, that critical activity 3 to 4 is shifted by 3 months. Now it will start on 16th, as it requires 4 months. 16 plus 4, it will end on 20 months. Now coming to this 2 to 4, so 4 is the end point. 2 to 4 requires 7 months. Now 2 to 4, that we have to shift. So 7 months means it will start on 13. It will start on 13. It will start on 13. It will start on 13, and after that it will end. It will take 7 months to complete. See, 2 to 4. 2 to 4 requires 7 months. So it will start on 13th month and take 7 months to complete, and it will end on a 20. So here is the start of this particular 2 to 4 will start on 13th month, takes 7 months to complete, and it will end on the 20th. Resulting, the 2 to 4 demand is a 3 that will get shifted here. 3 to 4 demand that will be shifted for this particular 4 months. Right? Now we have these particular 2 changes in the iteration 2. Means we have shifted the critical activity by 3 months. 3 to 4 will shifted, and it will start on 16th. It will end on 20th. Is 4 months it required. Then 2 to 4 will start on 13th. It will take 7 months to complete. It will end on 20 months. So these 2 changes we have made. Now we will find out the manpower. That is that particular what we have changed. So first, for first 5 months, if you see, we have the 12. That is the requirement, 12. On 6th we have, if you see on the 6th, 7th, that we have only 6. Only 6 on that particular. Only 6 on that particular we have. So for first 5, we have the 12. Then for 6th and 7th, 6th and 7th month, only 6. Only 6 for 6th and 7th, only 6. And for rest of that, for from 7th, from 7 to that particular 13, 7 to 13 for 6 months, only 6 plus 4, 10. 6 plus 4, 10. Up to that 13. Right? So 6 plus 4, that is from 7th to 13, only 6 plus 4, 10, that is demand 10 manpower. Then come to this particular 14th, only 3. Right? Then come to this particular 15th, only 3. Come to that 16th, only 3. Now from 16th that activity started and we have the change that up to 20. That's why find out the demand. (17, 18, 19 and 20). So 17, 18, 19 and 20. The new change duration is a 20 month. So for this 8 plus 3, for from the 16 or 17 to 20, for this particular 4 days, 4 months, that we have 8 plus 3, 11. 8 plus 3, 11. 8 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11. That required for this last 4 months. Right? So if you see this is the, we have the final manpower requirement we have found out, and that is within the limit. It's 12 or less than that. So this is the process of the resource leveling. We have the constraint of 12 manpower and we stick with that, and we have only shifted this particular non-critical as well as critical activity start time. And if you see that project duration found to be increased, instead of 17 month it will end on now 20 month. Right? So this is what the resource leveling technique. Dear students, if this particular video if you found worthy, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.